How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Today I want to talk about the recent Charlie Hebdo attacks that occurred on January 7th. Two Islamic gunmen entered the Charlie Hebdo newspaper in Paris, France, and proceeded to kill 12 people while wounding 11 others, all while shouting Allahu Akbar, which means God is great in Arabic. This comes in retaliation as a satirical depiction of Muhammad by the newspaper. I want to talk about these attacks because it brings back up the conversation about Islam. Islam today is by far the most barbaric religion of all the mainstream religions out there. It is the only one of the mainstream religions that you can actually receive death threats for drawing simple cartoons. And if your religion is based on a God that is so threatened by cartoons, then your religion is incredibly petty and feeble. Now, are all people who are Muslims bad? No, of course not. But it is indeed scary how many of these Muslims actually believe and hold these beliefs. And it's for that reason that makes Islam the most barbaric religion in the 21st century. Based on this Pew Research survey that's up on the screen right now, 17 out of the 23 countries that were surveyed, over half the people surveyed believe that Sharia law is the revealed word of God. Here the same Pew Research survey shows whether or not Sharia law should apply to just Muslim citizens in gray or everyone in green. This is an alarming statistic. This shows that many Muslims want their country to conform to their religion, and this is where extremism can be built, and this is why Islam is incredibly dangerous. Sharia law, for those who don't know, is based on the Quran and the teachings of Muhammad. Some of those laws include, ready? Theft is punishable by the amputation of the right hand. Criticizing or denying any part of the Quran is punishable by death. Criticizing or denying Muhammad as a prophet is punishable by death. Criticizing or denying Allah, the moon god of Islam, is punishable by death. A Muslim who becomes a non-Muslim is punishable by death. A non-Muslim who leads a Muslim away from Islam is punishable by death. A non-Muslim man who marries a Muslim woman is punishable by death. A man can marry an infant girl and consummate the marriage when she is 9 years old. Girl's clitoris should be cut. A woman can have one husband, but a man can have up to 4 wives. Muhammad can have more. A man can unilaterally divorce his wife, but a woman needs a consent from her husband to divorce. A man can beat his wife for insubordination. Testimonies of 4 male witnesses are required to prove rape against a woman. A woman who has been raped cannot testify in court against her rapist. A woman's testimony in court, allowed only in property cases, carries half the weight of a man's. A female heir inherits half of what the male heir inherits. A woman cannot drive a car. A woman cannot speak alone to a man who is not her husband or relative. Meat to be eaten must come from animals that have been sacrificed to Allah. Muslims should lie to non-Muslims to advance Islam. The fact that many Muslims want to put these types of laws in place is what makes Islam today a modern-day terror. In fact, it justifies the actions like the Charlie Hebdo shooting. But many moderates will come out and say, no, this does not represent Islam, and no, this is not what Islam's about. It is. It is. The reason is because if you were to measure how devoted one would be and how well it represents a religion in terms of how well they follow it, you'd think it'd be the ones that follow it the most. And as a result, it's the ones that follow Sharia law and the ones that try to spread Islam this way and try to attack people who they deem infidels. And so unfortunately, it does represent Islam. That is what Islam is about. You can deny it all you really want to, but in fact, the people who fly planes into buildings and who shoot up newspapers are the people who represent Islam the best. And so that is indeed what Islam is about. My heart goes out to all the friends and family of the victims of the Charlie Hebdo shooting, and in a way to pay homage to them, here are some of the Charlie Hebdo's cartoons uncensored.